I came to the States 2010, November, and I was with my mother and two sisters. And my mother had a lot of mental health issues. She was homesick. She was very abusive. And later down the line, I became a URM. And in the process, Catholic Charities of Santa Clara Valley had really helped me out a lot. And because when I was foster youth, I got kicked out of foster youth at 18 years old, the day I was about to turn 18. And so Catholic Charities stepped up and they helped me out a lot. And Pivotal was formerly known as Silicon Valley Children's Fund. And they would help kids throughout college. They would give them scholarship, they would give them tutoring, they would give them all kinds of help. Pivotal has grown a lot. I've been heavily involved with them in terms of giving back as a former youth. We do a lot of fundraisers programs for them. I attend a lot of their meetings, spoke at their annual program last year, and I could send you some of their pictures of last year. It was a huge turnout. So they're doing really good work here, and they know good people that are interested in doing good work. And I just thought with all the work they do, it would be cool for you, because I explained to them how we offer this public interest scholarship, and they were just completely taken away by your generosity, and they were completely taken away by your leadership, that you're taking a part in this community and wanting to give advance to URMs and foster youth and people who have been always at the back end of these. And it's impossible for me to think that I'll be a lawyer, because I grew up in the Middle East, and I grew up in 3 different countries, and I was just always so marginalized. It's not even funny. My dad was missing for a very long period of time. I grew up basically in the streets on my own. I learned how to really hustle and bustle and make a living for myself out of whatever I can. But I was never aware of, oh, hey, this lawyer, becoming a lawyer, becoming educated. I never thought in my wildest dream this could actually happen. The reason I share that is because even though now, as I'm studying the LSAT as an immigrant, as a person who speaks English as second language, in my head, it's hard for me to come to grasp that one day I will actually be a lawyer. I remember telling the story when everyone asked me, why do you want to be a lawyer? And I'm always telling the stories that when we would go to whatever country we were in, and we were to renew our paperwork, because every 6 months we had to get new paperwork, residency paperwork, like a green card sort of paperwork. The guards or the people that are working in the migration center, they would ask women, my mother, my sister, sexual favors, or they would just say the most disgusting, terrible things. And one time I did something about it. I hit the guy in his private parts, and they ended up beating me up really, really good. And ever since that day, I learned that I wish, even though, as I say it now, I tend to choke, I wish that there would be someone else that would look out for these marginalized populations, these refugees that don't have any rights. And, becoming a refugee is not really by choice. It's just, it happened to be that we don't have passports, and the passport we had don't work anymore because Iraq was just disassembled completely, to say the least. And so this is basically my main drive to really want to be a lawyer. And ever since I was a kid, I was always getting in trouble because I was outspoken, because I was always the person to not really be okay with injustice, to not turn the other cheek. And that really led me to want to pursue this dream. And so working with Pivotal now, constantly working with Pivotal, I can send you this last week. We did, actually 2 weeks ago, we did another big meeting that we had a great turnout that was raising awareness about foster youth currently, how they're being set back even further, and how to help them gain better access to the resources out there. And I just think your public interest scholarship was just completely mind-blowing. With their work, you guys can do some amazing work, especially in the Bay Area, which is very, very difficult to live and very difficult to really raise the bar.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.